Coucou les filles, smut, have a happy birthday. Hello my loves. So, we are going to have a supercharged week. Sorry, I don't know what that is. Mainly full, at least for the first half of ColourPop. My amazing friend Noelle, or Hooker Lips, here on YouTube, I will link her channel down below. She sent me a bunch of ColourPop stuff to try out in our box swap, which is amazing because ColourPop won't ship to the UK, so I wouldn't have been able to get my hands on a lot of the stuff that she sent me. So, on any of the stuff that she sent me. I was a little bit worried because I know in the 3 items that she sent, the 3 packages, no, sets that she sent were released during the holidays, and I was worried that none of them would be in stock yet. But she told me, and then I went and double checked right before I sat down to film, and 2 of the 3 are still available for sale. And so I'm going to try to test them out and review. Why can I not speak today? I have no idea. I am going to test them out and film videos for you guys. So I have been playing with the eyeshadows in the Not a Box of Chocolate palette, and that's what I'm going to talk to you guys about today. And then either tomorrow or Wednesday, there's the lip set, which is called, forget the fruitcake. There's a set of like mini lipstick lip pencil duos that she sent me. That one is sold out online. But all of those colors are part of their permanent range. So I will either put that up later this week. Maybe I'll put that up this week. I haven't decided. Wait, what? Can we back up? Can we just like pause and rewind? This is why there are no bloopers, because my life is a moving blooper. So I will review the 2 limited edition sets hopefully first, and then I'll do like a video on the lip set, because you can still get the colors in the set, you just can't get the minis. So I think it would still be sort of fun to film a video with lip swatches on those guys. Anyways, what we are here to talk about today is the Not a Box of Chocolate shadow set. It comes in this box, which is sort of cool and shiny. Can you see that? And then it has ColourPop here. It has 6 shadows and they have different textures, so I'll walk you through it. It retails for $30 on the ColourPop site. That's what I'm gonna get at. And so in Canada and the US, I think you're good to go. I don't think they're in the UK shipping to the UK yet. There is a site though, so I follow some French beauty vloggers, and a site that they use to get things shipped to France, and I would think that you could probably use it to get things shipped to the UK if you really wanted to. It's called Ship It To, like exactly those 3 words but in one, shipit2.com. So they say it with a French accent, and it's much cuter. And so basically they work sort of as an intermediary. They will ship their stuff to their US warehouses, and then they will ship them from there to you here in France for sure, but presumably also in the UK. It's just a pain because you're paying an extra amount and you're waiting an extra period of time. But if you really want to get your hands on them, that's a good way to do it. I'm just gonna start swatching. Can we just, yeah, we should just do that because the exhaustion is kicking in. The one thing I do want to mention before I start swatching is that for the most part, ColourPop shadows are very fragile. So I know people rave about them, and they are really, really beautiful shadows, but you have to be so careful with them. So I think 3 or 4 of the ones, we'll go through them in swatches, broke in transit, and Noelle like went in and put extra padding in here to make sure everything was sort of safe and sound, and even with that, a couple of them sort of broke a little bit. I've had similar troubles even like when I put them in my makeup bag or whatever. It's just not usually a good idea because they'll crack. It doesn't mean they're not usable, it's just you have to be really careful with them because they are super delicate in that way. The other thing is there is a range, so I was thinking that all of the colors in the collection will be great. People rave about them. I love them. I've tried. They love them. I've tried a couple. April from Parker Beauty, who I will also link down below, she sent me a couple in our box swap months ago, and they were all really beautifully packed with pigment. But I'm thinking these ones, because they're different finishes maybe, they're a little bit, they vary in terms of not consistency, but application and opacity. So I wanted to show you guys, excuse me, to walk you through them and show you some swatches. And I do have them on my eyes today. I didn't film a whole demo just because I didn't really do anything new and exciting, and I was jamming out to some music. not gonna lie. So I was a little distracted, but I do want to show you what them in action on my eyes and some swatches and all that kind of good stuff. I'm gonna zoom you guys in and show you. Okay, so these are this is my eye look today. Obviously the lashes are a must. The lashes have become a must in my life. Every day that I've had makeup on the last 2 weeks, I've had lashes on. And yeah, as I go through it, as I go through these guys and swatch, I'll tell you what's where. If you watched my video on Friday and you're thinking to yourself, Sarah, I think you're wearing the same outfit, I think you're wearing the same makeup, but it looks like you may have changed something, maybe your lipstick. And yes, I did. I don't usually change anything if I'm gonna sit and film more than one video in a day. I'll just, for planning or whatever reasons, I'm excited, I have a lot of energy, or I'm in a goofy mood, and goofy mood usually tends to make for decent videos. Anyways, I usually don't change anything, but Noelle also sent me a whole heck of a lot of new lipsticks, and so I've just been in like the kind of place where I wear 3 different lipsticks any given day because I want to try everything new. So yeah, I am loving this. It's one of the Sephora, these guys, the Sephora sort of liquid lipsticks. And I'm not sure what the cream lip stain, I'm not quite sure what the color is. I will find it and link it down below, but I wanted to mention that mainly because I caught the reflection of it and I really love it. On my eyes as a base is a 24/7 Urban Decay eyeliner pencil. Yes, that's how you say that. Yes, it's the right product. I don't know if that's the right name. Anyways, I did a whole video on an eyeliner set that I got from them, and so I have that on as a base and in my waterline. If you didn't catch it on Friday, I will also link it down below if you want to have a look at it. But yeah, I don't know why I'm so rambly today. Anyone else have days like that? Like yesterday, I went and hung out with my sister for a while, and I sat there and she's like, tell me about your day. I'm like, this is the first time in a long time I really don't feel like talking. And we sat there, we just sort of watched a movie, and we usually talk throughout, and I just didn't have the energy to talk at all, which is weird. I get that. Usually I sit, oh my gosh. And then today, I can't stop talking. I was gonna say, there's usually a happy middle, somewhere in between, but I've lived in the extremes in the past couple of days where it's like, I don't want to talk at all, or I just can't stop talking. Let's talk about these guys. It's the reason we're here. So this is the packaging. They come with this really cute insert, and then you pull them out, obviously. And then they come in these little pots, and so they're, you know what I mean? Can you see that? How they sort of sit in there? So let's just walk through them. This one, I think, is the only one that's actually not on my eyes today. So this is Halo, which, let's check the back of the box. Nope, not there. So Halo, which they are saying is a super luxe formula. I've got to put it down because it's one of the ones that broke, so I've got to go this way and be gentle in the swatching. This is the only one that I don't have on my eyelids because it's too fair for to really show up. To see that we had a lipstick crisis earlier. It's all in control now. We got it together, but we had a lipstick crisis a little bit earlier. So it's that one. Can you even see it? It's right there. Sort of like a yellowish shimmery color. If you are paler than I am, so I'm about an NC25, and every time I tell people that, they're like, you're only an NC25, I thought you were a bunch shades darker. And I'm like, everyone says that, but I'm an NC25. So if you are lighter than me, this might show up nicely on you. It would make for sort of a subtle brow bone highlight. I used another color as a brow bone highlight, but you could definitely use it as a brow bone highlight, or if you're fairer than I am, you could use it all over your lids. So that's that first one in the bunch. The second one is in Tinsel, which is a metallic. So can you see that, what I'm hiding with my finger? This is the color that I have on the inner third of my eye. Absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. So the color that this actually reminds me of is, say it with me now, because you know, you guys can read my mind. Do you guys know Chanel's New Moon that people have been raving and raving and raving about? This one, so it's on this finger, is very similar. It's more, can we ignore that's not blood? It's lipstick. So it's very similar to New Moon, but it's more opaque in color. When I say it's similar to New Moon, when swatched, it has the same kind of glistening, like rainbow shimmer that New Moon has, but when you swatch New Moon, you get just the glitter without, let me grab it and show you what it is. So this is Chanel's Illusion d'Ombre in New Moon, which was limited edition, which everyone raved about, which is Chanel, so it's expensive, and it's limited edition, so it is now very hard to get your hands on. It's on that finger. So this one is New Moon, and this one is Tinsel, I think is what I said. They're not the same color, and wait till I show you. They're not exact dupes, so that's not what I'm saying, but they're similar. This finger. I'll swatch it next to the other one. So I hope you can tell the bottom one is New Moon and the top one is Tinsel. They're not the same color, but what was I trying to say? They have the same kind of sparkle, and it's looking in my viewfinder like New Moon is pretty opaque, but it's really not. It really sort of shears out and you just mainly get that glimmer with a little bit of cranberry purple, whereas the Tinsel by ColourPop, I get actual purple color on my eye. So if you can tell, there's a difference between the first part of my eye and the back part of my eye, because that's sort of picking up. The pencil I used underneath is in sort of a dark purple color, so all that is pigmentation from Tinsel. What I'm trying to say basically, and I'm getting like really flustered about it, is that if you missed out on New Moon, this one is a fraction of the cost, A, and then B is quite similar in that kind of shimmer. So, but these are limited edition, so you want to get your hands on these guys if you can pretty quickly. Making so much sense today. This is just gonna be a lovely, lovely video. The next one is Partridge, which is a pearlized finish. Very similar to MAC's Club eyeshadow, and then there's a Kat Von D single Transformer eyeshadow. What is its name? I can't remember what it's called. But they're similar. They're that kind of like bluish green brown color, you know, the one that sort of shifts in the light. So this is what I have sort of smoked out somewhat subtly underneath my eyes. There was just a lot going on in my eyes and I didn't want to go too crazy, but it's that guy right there. So see, when it hits the light it goes green and then back to brown. Yeah, that's what is meant by the transition of the color. I'm gonna wipe my fingers. So this one is Slay, which is also a metallic. This is the color that I have somewhat subtly put as a brow bone highlight in an inner corner. This swatches super, super beautifully, but it was one that unfortunately I found it didn't sort of transfer onto the skin as beautifully as it swatched. So it looks like a really shimmery greenish color, but when swatched, I'm closing them quickly because these are technically sort of cream type of products, and so you don't want to, obviously they're not going to dry out as I'm holding them, but you want to keep them closed tightly and that kind of thing. So it's that one right there, and so it doesn't translate sort of as intensely. Like you can tell, this is my finger swatch, this is what it looks like on my hand. But even when I swatched it on my hand, I was really excited to put it on my eyes because it has a beautiful, again, that rainbow kind of glitter that I really like. Unfortunately, I got neither the strong pigmentation nor the glitter on my eyes. It was a really subtle kind of glitter. So it is pretty, but I think because I had hyped it up so much because of the swatching, it was the one that disappointed me the most. It was also another one that shattered in transition, but I sort of was able to push it back together because it has all these, I guess that's the other thing I didn't mention, all these have like a sort of flounciness to them. Have any of you guys ever sort of swatched the Maybelline bouncy blushes, sort of like that, and so you can sort of push them back into obedience. This is Drift. I'm so weird today. Which is a pearlized one. I found it quite similar to MAC's Cranberry eyeshadow, and again, these ones as a set are 30, so it's still, as a set of 6, these are 30, and then one MAC eyeshadow is around, I think, $18 now. So it's that one right there. This one I have sort of gently used in my crease. That's the word that I was looking for. My goodness. And these reddish shades are really some of my favorites, and so I have a lot of them, but I like how this one has a really pretty metallicness to it. Sure, that's a word that we just made up. Really, really lovely color. And then the last one, I need to stop because this is a weirdness is just progressing. This one is in Doe a Deer, and it is a matte. This one was the only one that had sort of a different consistency than the rest. It felt a lot more sort of heavily pressed into the pan, and it was quite firm, whereas the other ones just, it picked up product super, super easily on my brush. This one I had to work a little bit harder at, But that being said, this one is the one that I feel like is the least flimsy and they're least likely to crack. So that's awesome. And then that's what I have on the outer half of my eye. It's that one right there. So these are these shadows. I honestly really, really like them. And for the price point and the variety in colors and sort of finishes that you get, I would for sure recommend them. Do I think that I love them all the same? No, I definitely have favorites and sort of lesser favorites in the bunch, but sort of the tinsel that's really close to New Moon is a great one. This red color is beautiful. That purple, like you can tell in the outer corner, really easy to work with. And so I do recommend them, especially at this price point. They are limited edition, so as soon as they're gone, they will be gone. And so I'm going to link the ColourPop website down below. If you guys are interested, I would get on it sooner rather than later. I'm going to zoom you guys out and do some points of positivity. My 3 points of positivity for the day. The first is that, I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again, is that the amazing Noelle is now on YouTube. So Hoker Lips, as we fondly refer to her here on the tube, has her own channel now. She's been posting some really great videos and will be recording over the weekend. She's at a conference, non-beauty related, gaming related, but really fun. She's going to vlog for that too. So I will leave her channel link down below. Definitely go over there and check her out, and if you need sort of a break or a laugh, she's your gal. The second hand in hand with that is my other sweet friend Sarah, who you guys probably have heard me talk about. A while ago we talked about she was nominated for the Best in Madison, I think it's Madison, it's late, so if it wasn't, I'm sorry. But she was nominated for her work that she does with animals. And so that's what I'm going to leave it at. I know it's much more beautifully complex than that, but the brain is starting to shut down. I blame it on the cold and the tiredness. She is now on Instagram, and she's been sharing some beautiful pictures of her beauty cave. I know that she said she would be on YouTube here a little later in the year, in the early part of this year, there we go, to do, I think, primarily stuff with behavioral therapy and that kind of thing with animals, but who knows, maybe she'll do some beauty stuff with us too. But anyway, she is on Instagram, and I will link her Instagram down below, so it's been really fun to see her pictures there. Brain shutting down. Third point of positivity is just getting to play with all the new makeup that I've been testing out to film new videos for you guys. That is it for me today. As always, please share with me what is making you guys smile down in that description box. It really does make me really happy to get to read what's been bringing you guys joy. I want to send you guys tons and tons of love. Thank you ever so much for being here, and as always, I could never leave you without reminding you that life is just too short to wear boring lipstick. Bye guys.